Adina Friedman, CEO of Nasdaq, is bullish on Bitcoin. We're going to be chatting about Nasdaq, Goldman Sachs, and Robinhood. Welcome to Bitcoin. My name is Michael Kubera. Stay tuned today. So let's begin with Robinhood. They have announced a Series D funding resulting in $363 million being added to their already $5.6 billion valuation. Now, for those unfamiliar, there's multiple Series A, B, C, D, where there's already been hedge funds, venture capitalists, right? They give a bunch of money, tens of millions, hundreds of millions, whatever. They get some equity in the company, and then they hopefully help the company grow as well. Now, some of the leading names that have invested into Robinhood, one of them is Capital G, which is Google's fund. Yeah, Capital G is part of Alphabet, which for those of you unfamiliar, Alphabet owns Google, YouTube, all that stuff. Anyways, there's a couple other names on there. More people are joining. Robinhood is currently available in 10 states, which is an improvement for the previous 5. However, I'm still on the list. Even though I said I'm living in California, which was one of the 5 states at the time. I'm still on the list, and it says over 1 million people, blah, blah, blah. It's a little unfortunate, but hopefully Robinhood does open up trading in the entire country soon, which the CEO did say as soon as the Series D funding goes through and the licenses are made, everything should be fine. The entire country should be good, and most likely the limits will be A-OK. When does he predict that? By the end of 2018. It's already approaching summertime, so it's not looking too bad. So up next, we have Nasdaq, Adina Friedman. She is the CEO of this. This is one of the most powerful names in all of Wall Street. You guys are familiar with this, and the New York Stock Exchange, which has also had some interest with cryptocurrencies. A lot of people knew this was months in the coming. So Friedman had a report with CNBC, and here's what she said. I believe that digital currencies will continue to persist. It's just a matter of how long it'll take for that space to mature. Once you look at it and say, do you want to provide a regulated market for this? Certainly Nasdaq would consider it. Bang, 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 bang. That is what we are looking for. We're looking for Nasdaq, the New York Stock Exchange. We're looking for Goldman Sachs, all these big banks to come in, say Bitcoin. Maybe it's not perfect, but there's a lot of things we like about it. We're going to give our support to it, and there's going to be some traders that are going to be extra couple billion coming in. Foreign security exchanges are also looking into creating cryptocurrency trading platforms, but the big problem for the whales, for the larger investors, is regulations. A lot of people are still scared, or rather, I don't think that's the right term to use for this. I'm thinking more so they want direct rules that they will try and abide by, but they're also going to find the loopholes. And whenever a smaller person is like, oh yeah, they're going to be able to use all their legal power to just crush them. So the bigger boys just want to make sure that when they come in, their investors, their traders, all the people that support them are happy. They're not going to be complaining too much because there's some rules that they can follow and abide by. And just in case anybody goes against them, they can crush them and absolutely be fine with it without too much consequences, because it's not like they want to live in the Wild West, but they also don't want something like the current stock markets. They want to use this to the full advantages, of course. So the Moscow Stock Exchange said last year it was building a platform as well, and a couple others, but they're waiting for further regulations to come. Putin did say he was pro-Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, I guess. And if you remember, well, Ethereum is made by Mr. Vitalik Buterin. He is also from that area as well. But right now is a very interesting time. It is May 16th here, and let's not make sure that cable's moving too much. The consensus conference is going on currently, so let's just take a look at how the prices are. It's one of the largest conferences in cryptocurrencies, and usually afterwards, after some bigger announcements. I mean, we've already seen stuff from Ripple, we've seen stuff from Coinbase, we've seen stuff from Gemini. All these big boys are coming in, they're revealing some updates slowly but surely, and then the crowd reacts. Currently, the market cap is at 375 billion, Bitcoin's at 8.2, Ethereum is at 689, so it doesn't seem like the markets have been affected too much. I mean, they've been going down, but we're gonna see the effects this summer. The last bit of news is Goldman Sachs. So we know George Soros, he's been very interested. He's got his own little division working with cryptocurrencies. Goldman Sachs announced that they hired a cryptocurrency trader. This is their first digital assets guy. Where's his name? Here we go, Justin Schmidt. He's expected to begin within the next few weeks, though an exact date has not been yet set. When it launches, Goldman Sachs will use its own funds to trade Bitcoin futures on behalf of clients. I'm sure they're going to go further forwards as soon as Nasdaq and the New York Stock Exchange start getting a little bit more interested in this. An analyst at a cryptocurrency retailer, eToro, told this to The Independent. This shouldn't come as a huge surprise to anyone who has been paying attention to cryptocurrencies over the last 18 months. Any forward-looking financial institution needs to understand this technology and accept its enormous potential. Despite some initial posturing, the reality is most banks have already invested significant amounts in research and development into blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies themselves. I might add in myself that it's not just the big banks. There's a lot of large companies in Silicon Valley, in New York, around the world that are looking at blockchain. They're like, whoa, this is something we need to be a part of. And even though they haven't announced anything, they do have their R&Ds going fully onto this. So anyways, we'll finish this up. It will still take some time for institutional investors to fully come around, and the fact that Goldman won't be buying or selling actual coins suggests some skepticism remains, but there's a growing acceptance that these assets are here to stay. My name is Michael Kubera. Hopefully you have some exciting news from Consensus. It's nice to see a lot of these institutional investors slowly coming around. It means something is happening, which is better than anything. And we shall see you guys some other time.